Hello, welcome to the basement. I'm continuing. There was a box I found. It said meters and things. I said, oh, meters and things. But here is something that is quite vintage, and it is a thermometer. It reads in Fahrenheit. It does. It's funny, it doesn't really have a hole to hang it with. But it's funny, it's got a little protective thing that you can't touch it to sort of mess with the temperature. And I don't know if it reads properly or not. But it does seem to be climbing ever so slightly. Perhaps what I will do, vintage, is I will put this outside. It's funny how, maybe, you know what, it has a hole in the very top. Maybe it had like a thing to screw and then it hung. Anyway, ready vintage. I'll take it outside. We're in the midst of a bit of a heat wave, but that's just too old and funky to be rid of, assuming it works. Ow, ow. Now here, that's a meter. That is a big meter. This would be kind of thing that was just like mounted on a thing in a plant where they would keep track of the incoming voltage. It has attachments on the back, and that's really what it would do, is read volts. Now, I'm assuming, perhaps wrongly, perhaps rightly, that it would be for alternating current. Internal resist. Pilotless 1744698. I'm assuming that it is, but I don't know. Like, I don't know of a place that would be using such a meter that it wasn't alternating current. I don't know. At some point, perhaps I can see about this. Anyway, it does look like it has definitely very good things to connect to. And I suppose if I had probes that worked well, such as the probes from another meter I just looked at, I could find out. But that is something. Crompton Parkinson Limited. Alright, I'm going to set that here. There's more in the box. I don't even know what they are. I think there's other similar things. Okay, be careful. Don't have the box full. What do we have? Crompton Parkinson Limited, 1598876, RCA-6. Something out of 60. Oh, this would be DC. So this is definitely, it's a very similar thing. A very big meter, but it measures direct current. It has a similar great connection setup. Now, I got to be careful, because I felt this box, which was very heavy, try and make a little bit of a move off the table, because I think I left a heavy thing in the corner. Now, what is this? Aha, this is another historical thing from the engineering department of CN National Telegraph's engineering department, return number 1458. Amperes AC, 25 to 500 cycles. And it has on the top very fine connectors. Very fine connectors, and there is the label. Maybe I've got my glasses on, I can't. Oh, maybe that's looking okay. From the engineering department, it is. That too is something that maybe trained people and telegraph people would be interested in. Amperes AC. So, so it looks pretty small because it's reading between 0.2 and 1. So that might be a thing to connect between, like a light bulb or so. It's certainly not a big monster like hook it up to the dryer thing or anything. Interesting. I have saved these for a long, long time. Now we have another big one here. Oh, man, that's heavy. What is this one? Oh, amperes. PS FSD 50 millivolts. External shunt leads 0.62 ohms. Looks very big. Very much like the other one. Similar but different. It doesn't. It's like all around. It doesn't have big, well, the square things here. This too would be something that would like mount into a wall. Amperes, but this certainly looks bigger. Like to be measuring a whole lot of amperes, I think. I will have to see if I can. There's no room here. There's no room here. Don't hurt anything. Okay, here's a bunch of things. Little things. Aha! This is a tiny little guy. He feels a little loose. Well, I guess that's the way it is. DC milliamperes. Read, write, meter works. Bluffton, Ohio, USA. There it is. That does not look good on the light. Maybe if I tip it a little bit more. No. Maybe there. Anyway. Milliamps. So that too would be for a pretty. Is that DC? That might be for, I don't know what. Now here. Okay, hold on. Things are trying to fall. This too. Boy, look at that. The legs on that sucker. Anyway, this too is for volts, and it's DC volts. Weston voltmeter. Weston Electrical. Newark, New Jersey. Ooh, it's small lettering on here. Patented. Other patents pending. Interesting. DC volts. Up to 250. That is something. There's something about meters that are lovely. These two would be great sort of movie prop things in the lab of Frankenstein. Okay, I gotta move stuff over. The box is gonna try and fall down. Okay, stop. What is this? DC milliamperes. Bede Electrical Institute Company. Pennacook, New Hampshire. Once again, similar to the rest, it's a meter. Milliamps. I wonder. This too would be something. Oh, okay, from 0 to 1,000. Oh, DC, yeah. This too. I don't know if. I think the way you would hook this up, if you were going to say I was going to try and fasten this to a car, it would be, I would like take, say, a cigarette lighter thing, and maybe have, say, a fan or something, but then have this in the line. I think that shakes around a bit. I think, oh, it's just the glass. I think that's the way these things work. That it would read how much was being drawn. Okay, we're down to more. DC volts. Is this like the other one? Yeah, pretty much. 0 to 250 DC volts. This too is something that'd be interesting to hook it into the car, because my car doesn't have a voltmeter, and see if it reads right. I will ponder this. Maybe before I do that, I'll hook it up to a battery charger in case there's some disastrous effect. I don't want to hurt and have something shoot back on the car. What is this? Number 110, $1. Bradley. Oh, maybe I should send this to Richard. This one is something. 1.5. 1.5 what? 1.5 amps. Alright, so there. This is stuff I guess they would have been clearing out at CNT. And if you behold the magic, there is, it was $1, and my dad paid $1 for it, and there, he wrote that. That's the way he wrote his last name. So yes, maybe this should go to the cottage to Richard. 1.5 amps. That's not a whole lot of amps. Like, and the whole thing about electricity is we have watts and things and stuff. So if you had, gotta remember all these things. With 120 volts, if you had a light bulb that's drawing 120 watts, that would draw 1 amp. All right, we're almost in. Here we have another Weston model 260. And it goes up to 2, but it doesn't really say. It's probably amps. Oh, right, maybe down here. If I take off the connector. Oh, maybe I can't take, maybe I can. Oh, I thought I saw some writing. It's probably amps, but I don't know. Hang on. Weston, Weston Electrical Corp, Newark, New Jersey. Probably amps. This goes up to 2. But that's probably what they were needed for. All right, there's one. Hello? And I'm just in the midst of recording, and just give me a little bit here. Let's see. There's a bag. There's a bag. It does. It says milliamperes. So this too would be something. Oh, it looks like it has just plug things that plug in. And Spartan of Canada. So it looks like, oh, March something, 1944. It looks like these two things here, there was a certain place on a certain thing that this would just plug straight into. And then it would give the reading. So it was meant for something. Direct current, milliamperes. Da da da. Cool. And it's at 0. It looks like it also has a little screw thing on the front that maybe it could be adjusted. Maybe down here. All right. So this is going to be interesting. So I have this box. Ah, it's trying to fall. I don't really want to put everything back in that box because it was just too heavy. And some of these, I don't know that I'm terribly interested in. What is this? DC volts. Okay. Certainly, I like the looks of this guy. I do. That might be handy. What is this? Oh. Why did I take off the glasses? Weston. Yes. This would be amps. Interesting. Milliamps. Milliamps. I think certainly I'm interested in this thing. This is voltage, and I think it doesn't say it. Oh. No, it is DC volts. So if I were to try this in the car, it would just go up a little bit. Well, that's interesting. Interesting way to test it with a battery charger. And this, again, looks like amps. Well, these might be things, some of them. DC volt. See, these are the, you know what, I'm going to try and test these DC volt things with a battery charger. And see what's what. These could be interesting for Richard and his boat things. DC milliamps. I'm not sure if that's so interesting. What is this other big sucker here? Volts. DC. Oh, yeah. Okay, so some of these I definitely want to check with a battery charger. And this is amperes. Like big amperes. Big. And I suspect that as most everything here is DC, I think this is also DC. Anyway, I will ponder. Amperes AC. Well, definitely this one is interesting, or most interesting, because it has the CN telegraphs thing on there. I think I said another one. I had another one. Where'd I put it? I can't see. Oh, did I put it in this box? No, I put that other thing in the box. What did I do with the other thing? Oh, I had one. It was kind of wooden. All right. I will ponder this. But definitely, I think what I will do after I chat with Mr. Andrew, and maybe we'll go in the pool or so, or maybe I'll do a little stuff more to get me heated up a bit, is, here's the heart. Maybe I will get a battery charger and see about testing these things. And the little ones, who knows? There could be somebody out there who's like, woohoo, old meters, yay. Could be. Possibly. Maybe. They're, you know what? It's like things in a church. They're too holy to throw out, but too useless to use. But the DC things aren't, or the DC, this one especially, this would be, I think that would be cool, because it only goes up to 60. So if I were to have this somehow, that I could test the voltage in my car, it would come up considerably. A car, pretty much, if it's doing its thing right and it's running, is probably somewhere around 14 volts. It is. All right, I will see. These other things. Oh, no, this one, sorry. This one is going to Richard. It's signed. Absolutely, positively, it's going. And he can do something with it, or not, or just say, "Yoo-hoo, I have this." I gotta be careful. Because I don't think I can test this. But I can with great. Oh, you know what I can do? Wait a second here. Wait just a second here. Okay. All right. This case, which I already put in there, Richard, I can put the meter in the case. Oh, is this not the one that fastens very well? Oh no, it fastens. Okay. I'll put the meter in there. And you can find it. And be surprised. All right. Well, it's almost like I need to find a smaller box to put these other ones in. That I need to not tinker with, but the ones that are probably, maybe I'll put up for sale. Possibly. And this stuff looks like recycling, and this looks like a pretty okay box. So I think I will head to the recycling bag, dump everything in here in the bag, and then put the little meters in, and then see what I can do about amperes. Yeah, I don't know if I really need to measure amperes, but volts I'm interested in. I am indeed. Is that volts? That's volts. So it looks like I have 4 that I can test with a battery charger. It does. Anyway, thanks for coming, and we'll see you again next time. Who knows what I'll find then. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.